Ferrari's strengths can be brought out by this track, do you think you'll be more competitive here than you were in Bahrain?
I mean, I think we were competitive in qualifying in Bahrain. In the race, we were lacking a lot compared to Red Bull. But Bahrain is very specific, especially in the race. So hopefully we can be closer to Red Bull, especially in the race. I think this track fits a little bit our car characteristics. But before speaking, let's see how it goes tomorrow.
What characteristics would those be that it fits?
Well, I mean, it's more straight line speed. We've been focusing on that this year, and I think we've done a step forward. So I hope we can see that as a team here.
And finally, are you going to have to be more aggressive now coming from towards the back to the front?
Yes, but it's also a fine balance, no? I mean, I need every possible points. Yeah, I'll try to be as quickly as possible back in the front without taking unnecessary risk.
Is there a lot of pressure on you to bring good upgrades to W14 now that we saw in Bahrain that you weren't quite at the pace of Red Bull and Ferrari?
Yeah.
And here, it's a street circuit where there are opportunities. So do you have to be a bit more aggressive this weekend to get something out of the car, get into the points, maybe the podium?
I don't really know, to be honest. I treat every single weekend as a new weekend. Bahrain was probably more of an outlier circuit than Saudi. Even though Saudi is a street track, the nature of the corners are more similar to normal circuits. The tarmac's more similar to where we race throughout the rest of the year. I think the approach is the same as every weekend. Get the most out of your package, and from a Friday morning to a Sunday night, that's all you can do.
And what's the morale like? Is there a frustration creeping in with you and Lewis? I mean, I've seen a lot of comments about the development of the car, about the result in Bahrain. In terms of those negatives from Bahrain, what did you learn from there that you brought here?
I think we're learning more and more about the car every session. Probably went too far. P3 in qualifying and cost us a lot and wasn't the cleanest session. So yeah, I think we know if we start in our position, we got some good potential. We've seen it on Sunday with the recovery. So yeah, hopefully we can fight for bigger points here in Saudi.
And are you guys working on some big upgrades behind the scenes as well?
I guess like everyone, but we obviously have our development plan. Got small upgrade as well this weekend on the beam wing, and we got a plan for the coming races as well. So hopefully that can work very well and get us closer to the top at the moment.
So coming here, you got the fastest lap in Bahrain, but do you think you can score your first points of the season here?
That's my aim. That was the aim in Bahrain, and obviously coming back now, I want to start my proper season from this race. I feel like it was a few mistakes by me, and feel unlucky also with the strategy we tried after a difficult start. So I seem to like we have a chance, and of course I want to score my first points.
And here, are you going to take an aggressive approach to do that? Because it's a street circuit, it's difficult to overtake, but there are some opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, it's a straight circuit, but let's say it's one of the two straight circuits that you can overtake at least, because...
And your car this season, do you think it's good enough to be fighting right at the top of the midfield after what happened in Bahrain? Valtteri scoring points.
Before, I think within a second or something from top 20. Or
in Q1?
Yeah,
it was like
that's quite
just
crazy.
over a second.
So that's never happened in F1, and it's going to be a lot of entertainment going on this season, and it's all about who can get the little details sorted, have a perfection lap. So.
Carlos, after Bahrain, you told me that it was a bit of a reality check and that the gap was too big to Red Bull and perhaps Aston Martin. But a lot of people are telling me that actually this track's going to suit you guys. So what's the truth and where are we at?
We also want to believe that, no? And I think we have reasons to believe that this track should be a bit better for us. It's less tough on the tires, there's more straights, high-speed corners that we were actually okay in Bahrain. So yeah, let's hope that this is a better overall situation for us, knowing still that there is a track in the season that is Bahrain that we are half a second away in race pace. So we better start the development now and try to get better in that sort of conditions.
On the other side of the garage, there's the reliability issue and the penalty for Charles. How worried are you about your reliability in the car, and was there anything in Bahrain that gave you cause for concern?
No, obviously worried, no, because it's not the way you want to start a season with a 10-place grid penalty on your teammate, because you know that you are also exposed to that, and sooner or later there might be an issue also in your car. But I trust the team, the steps that we're doing in this area obviously is a weakness and that we haven't seen ever before in the car. So it surprised us completely after a smooth testing. But we will see. I think we didn't have very clear targets in mind where we want to improve.
You sound quite husky. Are you okay?
I'm not, but I'm
Oh,
here.
you will?
I have a bad voice, but everything else I feel ready to race.